We feel the industry needs to be looking to take on apprentices as we have a looming skills gap within our industry. We see that across a wide area of construction, and we're better to develop the skills than from within your own business, using your own talent to help grow that.
This is how we secure our legacy. Not by holding on to the knowledge we've gained, but by passing the torch. The future leaders of the KBB industry are out there right now. They are waiting for an opportunity. They are waiting for a guide.
The main reason we are given by our association members for not growing more quickly or for not developing their business is the lack of qualified tradesmen to undertake work.
I think there's a perception with some people that they're worried that they'll take on an apprentice and they'll either leave before the end of the time, or they're just going to take the learning and go and set up on their own. To that I would say, how do you retain your other staff? Anybody that joins your business could learn and decide to go elsewhere. We need to make our businesses attractive. We need to give a role that's enjoyable. You're working with good customers. If your team enjoy working with them, it's on us to make sure that they want to stay in the business.
If you just pay a minimum wage, then you're going to get possibly a minimum commitment. So it's always really good if your apprentice is doing really well, like pay them what they deserve, because obviously you'll get, more out of them.
So the apprenticeship standard that we are using for our apprentices is the property maintenance operative. It's a broad strokes approach to construction, so it's covering plastering, tiling, some electrical work, various things that you would need to be a handyman at a care home perhaps, but actually it works really well alongside our bathroom business because we can build on what they learn at college and prioritise the skills that we really want to develop for us.
We fundamentally restructured our business to be able to support the apprentices better and introduced 4 mentors. Those mentors take profit share in our business as well, because the better and more apprentices they bring on, the more profit we will make. What's your business going to look like in 10 years? And which of your installers are going to have retired?
Many businesses think that the apprenticeship process is complicated and difficult and it doesn't fit with their business. And I think what Emma and Peter have done here is to show that a small business can use the apprenticeship process to develop skills within their business.
Tradesmen are some of the highest paid people in our organisations. It's a great career for someone to consider, but it's a career that most of us don't really understand.
I would recommend an apprenticeship because you earn money while learning instead of getting into debt, going to university. It's also good if you're not academic and you're more hands-on, you've got more hands-on skills rather than academic skills. You grow your skills and you could always use them. At the end of the job, you have something you can stand back at and look at. I feel like in a desk job, you don't have anything you can view. And also when we complete a bathroom, you can step back and go, I fitted that, I tiled that.
As well as like office jobs, I find just boring because you just sit there.
So there are things that you can do, whether that's just to do with the pay, it's about the culture you've got in your business. Make people enjoy working with you and focus on them working with you, not for you.
Learning skills that you can use for the rest of your life. So even if you do one thing and you decide it's not for you, you can always go on to something else and learn a new skill, then you've got something else to fall back on.
So having that input from an employer like Adroit to say, actually, but this is the kind of work we do, how can we develop that programme to make it fit us a little bit better? Something that we did with Adroit in the early days was thinking about the block release rather than the standard day release that a lot of providers, and we did too, was huge, and actually that brought on a lot more employers which we hadn't thought about previously.
We haven't got a plan B, we have to get behind it, and it's high time that the industry really does wake up to that, sadly. That doesn't mean to say, however, that there aren't some people out there doing some great stuff, because there are. But we need to do more. It needs to be more than a pocket. It needs to be a widespread initiative that we embrace and move forward. But government have got a bit of a part to play in that as well, to be fair. Look, I think they're doing a great job. I think there needs to be more people like them doing a great job. But I have to say, I take my hats off them, and they're fully deserving to be here tonight. And I'm ever so grateful for them as a business to be doing what they're doing.
So if you're a construction company looking to take on an apprentice, some of the benefits will be being able to engage them into the ethos of your company, being able to train them to do the particular types of work that you do. We know that lots of the apprenticeships out there are very generic and not always as specific for your particular company. But also that investment that you can continue to grow and basically support the skills gap that we've got within our industry right now.
For decades, the KBB sector in the UK has thrived on the backs of masters of their trade. But look closely at our showrooms. Look at our workshops and installation sites. The hands building our industry are aging. The gap in skills is widening. And the question we must all face is no longer just how we build, but who will build it tomorrow.